So, what made you want to get into your field?
See, the main reason I think I like public service is I've always wanted to do it. My father was a retired state trooper, and I always wanted to pursue that field as well. So I joined law enforcement in 2008. I did that for 7 years, and then I went into the military, active duty, for an additional 5, and then I did overseas contracting for another 2 years. And opportunity came by, because I live here in Hartsville, to work security at the campus, and I applied. I got the job, and I'm excited because getting older, I like working with the newer generation. So I find public service very enjoyable.
Nice. Can I ask what branch?
I was in the Army.
Gotcha. My dad was in the Navy.
No, it's okay.
That was one thing I wanted to do for a while. Can I ask, what was the biggest lesson you had learned from working in public service?
To be understanding, because you don't know where somebody has been and what somebody's going through at the time that you're talking with them. It may be on their best moment, but normally it's on their worst moment. So to be better understanding and just be more open-minded, because you don't know what some people are thinking about. Sometimes they're at their last straw, and they just don't know how to act. Because when your mind's full with other things, you forget to act rationally.
Do you feel like you're still trying to apply that here?
Absolutely. I think I'm always learning something, and I have to remember that maybe it's a student that has something going on, or maybe they're not wearing their ID, but I got to remember that their head might be full. Maybe they have an exam. Maybe they just failed a test, and that's on their mind. They're not thinking that they need to wear their student ID, or they may not need to think, oh, I just parked somewhere where I wasn't supposed to park. And I have to remember that the students here have a lot going on as well, and I have to remember that and just be understanding.
Gotcha. So, for our class, we're doing a lot of studying like the different theories and which ones we thought would apply in the different situations for our interviews. So I was thinking about it, and I came up with like labeling theory as what I would think would apply in your field. Do you think you ever see examples of that? Or did you see examples of that propelling crime in any way?
In regards to labeling theory, could you elaborate on that for me?
So my understanding of it is that people assume the labels that they are given. So you could apply that to a person or a neighborhood, something like that, where say they're labeled
they act a certain way, or they might be a certain way.
Yeah, just because of like preconceived notions of them or something like that, and they just kind of assume that role that they've been given.
I could see where labeling, yes, but again, that's where you have to be open-minded. But I do see where maybe the community that you live in is quick to label things, but I think that's because they don't have to deal with people on a different basis. Normally they have to deal with their same coworkers, their same family members. They're not having to deal with different people from different communities and different backgrounds. So in that regards, I could see where labeling, where the general public, you do deal with it, but when you've been any time in law enforcement, it's nothing that you don't label.
Gotcha.
You really just go off of the community that you're in. Did that answer your question? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was perfect. And then just one more. What was your most eye-opening experience, if you don't mind me asking?
My most eye-opening experience is when I found a lost child.
Yeah.
Her name was Guinevere. It was dead of winter, and she was wearing shorts and a purple tank top. And nobody knew that she would even be missing. She was missing for hours, and I found her in the middle of the highway. So that was the most eye-opening experience, because you never know when you're going to come across something good or bad, and it was just, I think it was 8 o'clock in the morning, and then boom, there's just a 7-year-old child walking down the road.
Yeah.
So that was my most eye-opening experience of you just never know when you're going to be able to help somebody or how.
Right.
I think that's one of the things that most sticks in my mind.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that was all that I had to do for it. I really appreciate you taking the time for this.
Absolutely. If you have more questions or you need something follow-up, please just call me. Or not call me, but email me, and we can set up another meeting.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Do you need a bottle of water or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, hey, I greatly appreciate you taking the time.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your service.
Oh, thank you for the support. I appreciate it.